got to fight through screens and do this and do that. So with that being said, one person that gave me hell, he gave me hell. Coach had to switch me off.
That's what you know is bad.
Listen.
Oh, damn.
You getting fried, son.
we had 2 lockdown defenders on our team.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you how it worked. I swear on my grandmother, this is how it worked. If I couldn't lock him down, my dog was gonna lock him down. Right. His name was Jesse Pellarosa.
Okay.
And if Jesse couldn't lock him down,
y'all in trouble.
Nobody.
No, I could lock him down. Whoever I couldn't lock down, Jesse could lock down. Whoever Jesse couldn't lock down, I could lock down.
Right.
So it was we was interchangeable.
Swapping.
Yeah, we was both 6'4". We was both 6'4". He had a little longer wingspan than me.
Right.
So, but the game started off. We ended up playing a team, and then so it was out to come. We ended up playing a team, and then so Jesse couldn't stop him, so they put me on him.
Right.
So I shut his ass down.
Yep.
So after that, going into the next game, we played Towson. So Towson had Gary Neal. So quite natural, Coach Capel was the guy that he was like, he had a transfer from Gary Neal, had a transfer from LaSalle to Towson. He's from Baltimore. Yeah. So we had he started me out on Gary Neal. So I was like, all right, cool. Lock his ass up.
Right.
So when the game started, because I had the momentum coming and carrying over from the next game, I had just locked the best offensive guy down. Exactly. So now, going into the game, I fuck around. Yeah, I'm talking like big ass crowd, all that shit. Like you like, man. So now I'm thinking about, oh boy, I got about 4, 5 of them in the stands. I'm just chilling. So now listen, Gary now I remember like it was just like the first play of the game. Gary did, man. He passed the ball to the wing. I jumped to the ball. I jumped, fell him down. Denied him all the way down to under the basket. He was coasting. And that's when I understood changing speeds was a must with basketball.
Definitely.
He was taught that way before I was taught. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you.
He walked down. He stuck his head up under the basket. I'm right there, you know, the hip side defense. Next thing I know, man, he took off like a bat out of here. Had a double screen.
Ooh. You couldn't get to both of them.
Man, see, they teach in college. See, the double screen ain't cut. He wasn't in on the wing. Coming off the double screen. No, he had his head under the basket.
Oh yeah,
and the double screen came from like the block. And the third hash mark from the lane. So now, instead of me shooting the middle, I'm locking and chasing.
Trying to go around.
Man, I got hit with them screen. By the time I came out that screen, he was catching at the top of the key NBA line. At the top of the key NBA line, he stroked that bitch. Wow, we down 3-0.
Starts it off.
Man, look here. Yeah, that started off. He hit us for 36 that night. Listen, boy, he might have hit me for like the first 19. Listen, no, I'm lying. I can't lie. He hit me for the first 19, but when he hit that first 3, boy, that was a long night for us. We won now. We won the game.
He got his.
He hit us for 36 that night. Listen.
Got his.
He hadn't got started. I got him started. My dog had to slow him down.
Did he slow him down?
Yeah, he slowed him down. But man, when I tell you, he hit us up, I said, oh my God. But that was because of the system and everything. One-on-one, he ain't gonna hit me. I'm gonna tell you, one-on-one, you know who I called hell with one-on-one? It was 2 motherfuckers I called hell with one-on-one. And they both my dogs. I talk to them on the regular. The first one, Darius Hargrove. He played with Richmond Squires when we was growing up coming with AAU, Top Sports.
Who was the coach at that time?
Richmond Squires?
No, when you was with Tops?
Well, Juan coached me and Rob coached my brother.
All right, I got you.
Yeah, but Rob and Juan, same thing. Yeah. Greg, Lynn, all of them coached. Kenny Burr, who else? And you had. I'm gonna tell you a story. Dion Bethay. Was a protege of Top Sports. And that's my big brother. Oh, yeah. You know his dad and man. Man came after I was older. Man. So, but
How old was you at that time when you first started playing with Tops?
Man, you finna take me back.
Going back in the day.
Cause I mean,
no,
cause Raw, he got a lot of dudes.
Hold on. I'm finna tell y'all the story that started. No, Rob, bring your ass back in here, Rob. Bring your ass back in here, Rob, because I tell people this. Nah, don't give me the shit, finger.
Talk that shit, man.
Greg, you too, listen.
I got to hear this one.
Told you, I knew it.
Boy, listen.
Knew it was gonna get lit in here.
What's the name of the podcast?
Evolution podcast, baby.
Listen.
Evolution, baby.
I didn't even plan to be here this long. It's 6. This shit finna go past 2 hours. Right. But listen, hear me out.
Talk to me.
Evolution podcast. Check me out. Top Sports. Top Sports was created, invented way before Juan Ornelius, which is my AAU coach, / like father to me, as well as Rob Randall, like a father to me.
Right.
It was created way before Juan Ornelius came in the picture at Greenview Park. Now, I remember the old gym. You can't say you from Greenview if you don't. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I'll take that.
You one of the OGs from Greenview, though. Yeah.
Greenview Gym, the old gym, the small gym. Yeah. Now check it out.
The one you can shoot from half court.
Right.
I remember walking in the gym one day.
Yeah.
Rob Randall, I coached growing up since we was 7 years old. Actually, he been at the park for a lifetime.
Right.
But when my brother started playing recreational ball first, and then I came in that next year. I was 8 years old when I came in. My brother was 9, started playing at 8. But I was like 10, 11 years old. Might have been 11. My brother might have been 12 at the time. I walked in the gym. Rob, Rob, coach, I call him Rob. Ain't no Coach Randall. It's Rob. It wasn't never no Coach Rob. It was Rob. And it was Linwood. And it was Greg.
Right.
The only person we ever called Coach to when I got a little older was Coach Juan.
Right.
But other than it was Rob, Greg, Linwood, and James Brown.
Ooh, it is. R.I.P. James Brown. You know what I mean?
And besides James Brown, it was Mike too. And rest in peace, Mike. Rest in peace. What's coach name? First coach that ever started bringing the snacks to the gym. He used to give his team the Capri Suns or the high season and chips. What's his name? Rick Speed. Rick Speed.
Okay.
R.I.P. Rick Speed. Had a beautiful wife. So, but y'all gonna laugh at that.
I ain't mean to laugh, man. I ain't mean to laugh, man.
I swear. Excuse my language, podcast. Listen.
I ain't mean to laugh.
I was a little boy, Rick.
That's why I'm laughing, because, bro, you was a little dude at the time, bro.
Man, his wife, I can't even say fine. As a little kid in 3rd, 4th grade, you be like, man, she fine. Right? But then I'm looking at her like, damn, they probably say my mama fine too.
Exactly.
But man, look here. Man, I'm older now. Man, his wife was gorgeous. She was beautiful. I'm pretty sure she's still alive to this day. I know she is. But listen, Rick Speed, Mike, what was Mike's last name? Mike Stevenson. Rob Randall, Linwood Randall, Greg. Greg, what's your last name?
Right.
Greg Wright. And James Brown. Them was our coaches at the park. I mean, besides, them was all Rob homies. We never said Coach Rob, but them was Rob homies. But when you factor in the people that worked at the park, like Skip and then Kenny. So they tried to participate in the rec league.
A little bit.
They participated.
Tried a little bit.
But that was just their due diligence because they was working there. Try to make their time go by. But at the end of the day, they still had love for the community. Right. They loved us because they ended up picking on and carrying on and showing us love too. Right. So it was all out of love. But I'll tell you how Top Sports started. I don't even know if anybody else can give y'all this story. I know I can.
You want the exclusive?
Yeah, my brother can't even give you this shit. Listen, I walked in the gym one day. Rob was sitting at the round counter beside that motherfucking soda machine that we used to rock and got the vending machine that we used to rock.
But look, you rock.
Hey, listen, Rob,
you rock the vending machine.
Hold on.
Snacks get to falling.
Rob, man, we used to get kicked out the pole for that shit. Rob used to be like, man,
I know
get your
about
little bad asses out of here. Little bad motherfuckers. But listen, we be outside. Listen, I'm finna tell you how it was. Now listen, this is the real. That's why I say this podcast, this need to be a 2-3 episode podcast.
Get that vending machine a good shoulder one time. Boy, you got chips, candy, and all.
We used to goddamn rock that some vending. Rob used to be like, take your little bad ass out of here. This and that. Man, we used to be out that side. Y'all ever seen a sad puppy?
Right.
Outside a house when somebody done put him out or somebody in his cold outside.
Yeah.
We used to be out that shit right there standing on the bike rack. We used to be right there between that little fiberglass ass window looking in the gym like, we can't come in. We used to be like little sad puppies. And Rob used to open the door. Bring y'all little badass back in. You better not rock that machine no more. We was like, we ain't gonna do it.
Right.
We ain't gonna do it no more. Bad as hell, that's a little kid. When it came time to basketball though, it was all basketball. So we knew he wasn't gonna kick us out long.
Exactly.
We had practice.
Right.
He used to kick us out to practice start and then we was out to come in.
Now he can run the shit at you.
Now he can run the shit
at you. Monkey drill the shit out of you.
Man, look. If y'all don't know what a monkey drill is, just imagine a monkey walking around on his knuckles all day.
Rob, let me get that bomb.
That is a monkey drill. Like that monkey drill is hell, okay? I don't care. Look.
I done heard plenty of nightmares about
whenever we start coaching,
yeah.
that's the first drill I put. Somebody else got to feel this. Ain't nobody else felt this because I don't know. I ain't know no coaches that use that drill to this day.
No, I ain't doing it. I ain't putting nobody through no.
I got to do it. Come on, man. You had to go through it.
It was too much for you.
Not through no monkey drill.
They put me through it.
That's probably why I got back problems.
Right
now. No monkey drill. We thought that monkey drill we got that helping up. That shit was never punishment.
Right.
Look at Rob over the corner.
Hey, look.
Don't want to laugh.
When we did it,
punishment.
That's how I used to get through it. Hey, this is going to help my defense the whole time. I'm be able to stand in front of somebody like this. I'm this low. Yeah. Tired as hell.
But I'm going to tell you though, right? Rob's something like an artist, right? Rob can draw.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all knew that.
I knew that.
Before you go on with the story, for people that always, when you look at the cover art for the Evolution podcast, Rob is the one who drew the picture.
Yeah. All right. Well, so now y'all follow me. So what it was, right? I walked in the gym. You know, I was a little nosy little boy. I ain't gonna say ML,
right.
but I was a nosy little boy. And everybody, we walked in the gym. Well, we walked in the park first.
Yeah.
The gym was to the left.
Yeah.
So we walked in the park. That's what we used to call it. Then we call it the gym. We going to the gym. So we walked in the park. Then we went in the gym. I ain't going to the gym. I seen Rob like he's sketching something. So I was like, damn. I was like, okay. The logo that I'm working on for the team. So I was just like, okay. I was like, top. I was like, what it stands? He was just like, it stands for Training of Positive People. And I was like, I looked at it. I was like, T.O.P.P. And that's where it all originated from.
Yeah.
So
it was Top Sports. It wasn't
Tops
Sport. It was
Top
Sports.
Yeah, I got you.
And when I looked at it, I said, damn. And when I seen it, it was like, he said, Training of Positive People. And he might not admit it, but I was the first one to know where that name came from and how it started.
Right.
It was Top Sports. A lot of people don't even know what Top Sports, what Top stands for.
So that logo that's on them shorts and on that jersey.
The S one never supposed to be on
it.
It
was S on it, yeah.
Never supposed to be an S on it.
And everybody,
Sports.
calling it Tops.
Top. It was Top Sports.
It's Top.
T.O.P.P.
T.O.P.P.
Training of Positive People.
Sports. And that's the sports at the end. It's the sports at the end. Training the positive people sports.
Yeah. And when I saw that shit, I said, man, I was like, damn. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Then that next year, we printed it on them jerseys.
Yeah. It took off.
We printed on them AAU jerseys before we was even sponsored. We printed on them jerseys, and that was it. That shit took off from there. Robert Randall came up with that. Nah, listen, y'all don't understand. Like, some of you understand, but listen, I've been there from day one. Rob Randall was in the gym. I remember when he came up with that name.
That's crazy.
And I asked him, what you doing? Because I was curious. Because he was sitting there drawing. He had the T, he had the little period sign, he had the O, period sign, the P, period sign, and the other P, period. I was like, what is that? He was like, just a logo I'm working on. I was like, what it stand for? He was like, training of positive people. And I looked at it. We was at the old counter. I'm talking about the counter. You know, they got granite countertop. I'm talking about the countertop had that little shit they used to be peeling up.
That little plastic cover had the wood showing right there on the edge. I already know what you're talking about.
I was 11 years old. I was 11. And that's when he came up with, I can't say he came up with the idea in Greenview Park, but he drew that logo in Greenview Park, the old Greenview, not the new Greenview, the old Greenview.
The OGs know
the one that had the small pool and the small gym.
Small gym.
Everything was small.
Everything was
small. Tennis court.
And a milk carton
was
flow.
Small.
And a milk carton flow. Flow look like a milk carton crate. I'm trying to tell you. Red and green.
Now you got a big pool. You got a big gym. Big tennis courts. And ain't nobody down there.
Ain't nobody down there, bro.
I remember when Rob used to cook the nachos and the hot dogs at the bar. And Rob started making them deli sounds and started charging them. I remember all of that, man. Rob used to be like, shit. Rob wasn't looking out for us like that then. But he started looking out for us as we got older. Like, he used to take me and my brother to the mall and buy some shoes and shit. Got us a little Christmas gift. Shit like that. Listen, T.O.P.P Sports came from Top. It ain't no Tops with an S. It's T.O.P.P Sports. Started at Greenview Park. I can't say, well, it started at Greenview Park. That's where he came with the logo at. But I'm pretty sure it started outside with him and his friends and his brother and everybody getting together.
See, he talking about them hot dogs.
Right.
I remember as a kid going with my daddy to practice.
Right.
And then we get in there. First off, I'm up too early on a Saturday anyway, and I ain't playing.
Right.
So practice was at 9. My daddy always ran late. So we got there by like 9:15, 9:20. So we mess around. We get there. They practice till about 11 o'clock, right? 11:30. Then mess around. Rob said, y'all come on to this side come on over here.
Right.
Get y'all something to eat. So he go over there and he cook hot dogs. He got hot dogs and stuff fixed on the plates and stuff. And then mess around. After they finish cooking, they eat hot dogs. They gotta go back in and practice again.
Right, gotta practice
for a whole another 2 hours.
Right.
Like he got, man, I remember them long Saturdays. Right. You in the gym all day. He gonna feed you, then he gonna work you again. That way, when you get home, you be hungry all over again.
Eat up your parents' food this time.
Pretty much.
I see you, boo boo. I see you, boo boo. What kind of questions y'all got for me, man? What else y'all want to know?
For the people that are listening, we got the South Carolina versus Stanford game on because you rooting for South Carolina, obviously. If you ain't know where we based out of, what? All right, now before we get out of here, man, I want to ask you.
Nah, we ain't got to get out of here. This might be a little longer though.
Okay, all right. Because I want to ask you because I had seen the picture. Because I posted it on my Instagram for the people that's gonna tune in for when I drop this episode.
Hey, you know they know you're in Albany now, and I ain't Albania. Yeah, Albania. My bad.
Yeah, ain't Albania.
No, they gonna know you're in Albania now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got fans in Albania.
Yeah, for sure. Now I want you to go back in time and tell me what you remember from VCU versus Wake Forest in the tournament.
Okay, well, before I touch on VCU and Wake Forest, I'm going to take it back because we got off track.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
I apologize to the fans, people in Albania. I apologize to y'all. And matter of fact, people in Albania, if y'all know Darius Hargrove, he played in Albania for a couple years. That's one of my close friends. But the touch back on the top when I talked about Gary Neal, he was tough far as in the game. Yeah. And my brother, far as like one of the toughest players that I ever had to face. Like, I pride myself on defense, and it was a guy that he was one of my teammates. His name is Dominic Jones.
That name sound familiar.
He was on my brother ABCD camp team.
That name sound real
ABCD
familiar.
camp is last year. But listen, when I tell you, he was about 6'1". When I tell you I lock in on him, and he still scoring me, that's the one person that scored on me consistently, and I could not stop him from scoring. He had a good career overseas.
Right.
Yeah.
Kept him out of the league because he was 6'1".
Sure.
And he
point guard.
And he was more of just a scoring guard.
Right.
Wasn't a point guard. But he couldn't shoot the deep tray ball.
Okay.
He had a nice mid-range game to get to the cup, strong, nice build, and can finish. But he was hell to guard because he was so, excuse my language, he was so fucking strong.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was so long, had big hands, he could palm the ball, lay up on you. He was the toughest player that I ever had to guard. That was the game Rob them came to.
Okay.
That was my first year at VCU. And make a long story short, I was a starting point guard. I broke my foot 8 games into the season. We were 6-2 when I broke my foot.
Yeah.
So now we had my freshman, one of my closest friends, my dog, close friend, B.A. Walker. He ended up taking over the starting point guard job.
Right.
And you saw me, when my foot healed, my foot got right at like the end of the regular season.
Right.
We was number one seed going into the conference tournament.
Yeah, that's why I was right for tournament play.
Me, thinking the way that I'm thinking, my job finna be handed back to me. I ain't got to earn it all over.
Exactly.
I ain't got to earn it this time. It's just going to be handed back to me. And it didn't work like that for me.
Yeah.
And that was an obstacle that I had to overcome.
Right.
Because when I broke my foot, I went from being a starting point guard to having to earn playing time again.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I was like, man, like I really got to go through earning playing time
again.
So I was just like, man. So I didn't think it was supposed to be like that. So I went through the necessary steps. Then so I came back 2 games left in the regular season.
Right.
Coach put me in the game. I passed the ball. Because everybody was telling me, like all the coaches were telling me, you got to get back in the flow of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Your timing going to be off. I didn't want to hear none of that.
Yeah, you ain't hear none of that shit.
You ready to play?
I'm a hooper, bro.
Ball, man. I'm a hooper, man.
Ready to
Put
play,
me out
man.
there and let me do what I do.
I'm good.
Man, I got out there, man. I went to pass the ball.
Yeah.
That bitch said straight out of bounds.
You were rusty,
I was
boy.
like, what? I was rusty in practice.
Yeah, damn.
But I was just like, but it wasn't that I was rusty because I was rusty. It was just that everybody was on the same level,
exactly,
if not better, as far as competition-wise. So I was like, man, so I realized I had to work.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I really didn't have to work. I was just a little rusty because I haven't played and dribbled the ball. So when it got down to it, Coach, I ain't played none in the conference tournament. Coach put me in the game. At one game we played, he put me in the game with like 30 seconds left.
Ooh.
I felt embarrassed.
For real?
Man, I was like, what?
This
You
ain't
treat
me?
me like a scrub.
Yeah. I ain't like that, bro.
That's the only game I played
I'd rather not play.
in the conference tournament.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay. So I looked at it like, Coach Caper felt like I was a scrub. But as I got older, it really wasn't about that. It was about, it felt like I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, cool. So I got to show him I'm ready.
Yep.
So
redeem game.
we won the championship. Honestly, I never told any of my teammates from VCU this. This is the first time I'm sharing this. And if any of them ever hit us, or they'll know that, I was happy we won, but I was mad that I wasn't a part of it.
Right.
I was on the team,
but you wouldn't.
But I wasn't a part of that. I wasn't a part of that win.
You didn't contribute. You know, that's how you look.
Even though I was a big reason to why they won.
Why they won, yeah.
But I felt like deep down I wasn't a part of the reason and why they won. Right. So I had something to prove after that. So there's my truth. So after that, after we won the conference tournament, we watch Selection Sunday. We play Wake Forest. We all excited. Yeah. So now, you know, Chris Paul and them one point guard as a freshman coming out of high school in class with LeBron. And I'm like, shit. So going into practice that week, we practicing at Richmond University because it's a neutral site. Right. So we got to practice somewhere different. We can't practice in our gym. That's how college shit. Well, that's how they do it. So I say, man, I'm just about to do me.
Right.
I went back to Greenview Park.
Right.
And I said, man, coach ain't playing me anyway. Do my thing.
Right.
And when I tell you, why you showing me that? You know that's supposed to be in Green. I gave you that put in Greenview Park in the frame. I told Rob that about 10 years ago. I said, put that in Greenview Park in the frame, Rob.
Look here.
This jersey's supposed to be framed in Greenview Park. I said, buddy got the McDonald's shit. Let's go put one of my VCU jerseys in the frame.
Look here.
And boy, Rob, you know I called you, but I said, Rob, the jersey ain't in the gym yet.
For the people that's listening, when he said he went back to Greenview Park for hoopers that came out of Greenview that was really like that. Damn. That's something we do when we in a funk.
You see what size jersey I was wearing?
2X.
Niggas wearing larges now at my size. That's how the culture done changed,
I
man.
promise you, bro.
God damn, this big ass jersey, man. I was out there, boy. Ooh, come here, niggas. Damn. Yes, but let me I ain't mean to cut y'all off now. I know this y'all show, but check it out.
No, you good, man. You the guest.
Podcast, this is what it was. So I ended up, we practiced at Richmond University. So I was like, man, I don't even care no more. I ain't playing, so I'm just gonna shoot all the balls. And when I tell you, listen, when I tell y'all, I raped everybody that guarded me. I raped everybody that guarded me. They couldn't hold me. And after the fact, Coach Capel actually contemplated, should he start me for the NCAA tournament? But he had some loyalty to the freshman that had already took my spot. I was a sophomore. I mean, that's my dog. That's my brother. He knew he wasn't. He knew he wasn't better than me. Exactly. But so, man, when I tell you I scorched their ass every practice, listen, I had one of my teammates when we got back to the apartment. You know, man, he from Florida. I'm from Columbia. He from West Palm Beach. Right. I'm from Columbia. He was like, we gin drinkers. So he was like, we were sipping on some gin after practice. He was like, God damn, Cootney, fuck got into you? I was like, what you mean? He was like, man, boy, you just went off. Like, you was like, fuck everybody. You gonna do your own. I was like, man, that nigga tried to play me. Excuse my language. But I'm gonna say it how point blank how I mean.
Hey, man,
I was like,
from the heart.
I was like, man, that nigga tried to play me like I was a scrub. Like I couldn't, like, nigga, he ain't finna play me. Like, he didn't want to put me in the game. He was like, man, Cootney, man, like, what the hell, boy? You goddamn, boy, you went back. Right. I was like, nah, I ain't go back. I ain't show you shit yet. So he was just like, shit. So the next day, same shit happened. We go back to the apartment, drink it again. He was like, God damn, Cootney, who you mad at? Like, man, like, nigga, we your teammates. I'm like, man, fuck that shit, man. That nigga ain't play me none. You feel some type of way in the conference tournament. He was just like, man, he was like, damn, boy, I don't know who you mad at, but I'm glad I'm on your team. I was like, shit, I'm talking about, I was pulling up from half court, nigga, like, what, nigga, why? Like, I'm talking about, I missed I might have took 70 shots and I missed 3 of them.
You went home.
That's
all that was in your mind. You went home.
When I tell you, like, I got in the zone in them next 3 practices.
Yeah, you were locked in.
And then so I was like, fuck it. And I'm gonna tell you how I fell off. Got to the tournament, playing Wake Forest. I still came off the bench. Mm-hmm. I was the 7th man. I would have been the 6th man, but the other big man got in foul trouble. Right, so the big man came off first. Dig Reed. As soon as the guards ain't getting no foul trouble, but it was time that he needed to sub, so he subbed me in. First play of the game. I went in the game, turned around, scored a little hoop basket. I thought I was a little spin move, shot a little floater, scored. Next play down court. I was just happy to be back on the court. I wasn't thinking to come in here and kill. So I got in the game, second possession, third possession after this game, what's the name? I came out, tried to make a pass, turned the ball over. Yeah. They ended up coming down and scoring. Coach called the timeout. He couldn't look me in my eyes and look me in my face. He looked off. He was like, God damn, Cootney, why the fuck you ain't shooting the basketball? You ain't missed a shot all week. That's what he said to me. And I looked at him. I was just like, and I was saying in my head, motherfucker, I did that nigga to show your ass, nigga. I supposed to be out there on the court, nigga.
Yeah, play me, man.
You was acting like I wasn't supposed to be out there. Yeah. That's why I did that. Yeah. Now I'm out here, nigga. I'm finna make my team better. Exactly. Man, I should have went out there. And that's why I ain't in the league right now to this day. Yeah. And if anybody that's listening know Coach Capel, ask him. He'll tell you. Yeah. That's why I'm not in the league because I didn't shoot the basketball when I was in college.
You chose team first.
I chose
personal
team
stats
first
second
instead of personal.
Hey man, that take a bigger man to do that.
For real.
'Cause I ain't gonna lie, me, I'm a pull.
Right.
You ain't got to worry about me trying to make it better. I'm a pull.
You can ask anybody on my team that ever played. Go look at the rosters from 2003 to 2006. You can ask anybody on my team, even my dog Eric Mann. He was my roommate. My senior year.
Eric Maynard? You was with Eric Maynard?
He was a freshman when I was a senior. He was my roommate,
bro. Eric Maynard put the clamps on Greg Paulus at Duke, bro. I was so pissed.
On who?
On Greg
Duke? Yeah. On Duke?
I said, bro, who is this dude, bro? Greg couldn't do nothing with Eric Maynard, bro. He had him on clamps the entire game.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you what happened, right? So, with that situation, like, when it happened, like, he came to me one day. He was just like, God damn, Cootney, boy. He was like, you don't even want to score. You just want to win.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, nigga, that's what it's about. He was like, man, I just want to score. Right. He told me, and I was just like, huh? He was like, man, I just want to score. Yeah. Said, all I want to do is score. And I was just like, yeah. And another, not another story, but I'm going to tell y'all something else. I was the leader of the team, and anybody that played with me, they'll tell you that. I was the leader of the team just because they knew what I could do on the court.
Right.
But when I stepped on the court, team atmosphere, I was all about the team.
All about the squad, bro.
And so that's why I was the captain. Yeah. My junior and senior year. Even my sophomore year, they listened to me. Yeah. I wasn't the captain legally, but they listened to me. Yeah, so I had a voice. My voice was heard. It's because they seen the work that I put in.
Exactly. To get back.
Off the court. Yeah. On the court.
Yeah.
And they knew that I had the respect of the whole team.
Yeah.
So they knew what it was. They'll tell you that to this day. Be like, yeah, that was our captain. That's why they listen. Whatever I said, they listen.
Yeah. Now, people, if you heard all that smacking in the background, that was our dog mascot, Cardi B. She was banging on the back door trying to get in because she trying to figure out who in the house when she not in the house. So just be mindful. If you hear her speaking, that's who you gonna hear. But because this is our new thing we gonna do. When we get athletes, basketball players on the show, we gonna ask them, I want your all-time starting 5, and I want you to choose between Jordan and Bron.
I already know who he's gonna say on that.
I want him to put it on wax. I want him to say it.
First off, yeah. Go ahead. I already know what you gonna say.
Listen,
First, give me your all-time starting five. Just your all-time, then you get into that.
All right. My all-time starting five.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got to excuse me because I'm going to give a reason
Yeah.
why it's my all-time starting five.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, point guard.
Yep.
I got to go with Magic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going with Magic not because of his accomplishment. I'm going off of the people that he was going to have to face.
Right.
You talking about going against Stockton, Isaiah Thomas, and whether it was AI or AI ain't play point. So you talking about Stockton, motherfucker Mark Price.
Yeah.
You talking about all the great point guards that Oscar Robertson and all that. Magic had the advantage just because. Yeah, Magic had the advantage because his size.
Yeah, it was sick.
Height and wingspan.
Yeah.
He had the advantage there.
Man,
Shooting guard,
back you down the whole way down the court. Like,
but he didn't have to because he had players around. He had passed that thing. And besides, but he could and he could get in the lane off transition and finish over power forward centers.
Yeah, exactly.
Now shooting guard, it ain't nobody but Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody but Mike. I'm a diehard Kobe Bryant fan.
And that's what I knew. I knew he was gonna say.
Is not.
I knew he was gonna say
Mike.
that. I knew that already.
Kobe is not.
So
Mike.
you don't agree? You don't think he's a split and mirror image of Jordan with the turnaround?
85%.
85. Okay.
85%.
I'll take that number.
He stole something from a lot of other players too.
Yeah.
He is not.
But Jordan
Mike.
is, bro. He would look at Jordan in the eyes, bro.
Kobe was a little different though. Kobe was a little different. Kobe was mean.
Small forward. I'm gonna take.
You already messed up. Go ahead.
Boy, it definitely ain't LeBron. That's what you're saying.
That's why I say you already messed up because it took you too long to answer the question. Go ahead. I want to hear this one now. I definitely want to hear it now.
I'm either I got a few options, but I'm just gonna play by the positions that the NBA listed as. I mean, shit. Man, I got to go with Bird because Bird understood his position.
Right.
Bird ain't try to bring it up the floor.
Yeah.
Bird ain't try to put it on the floor.
Right.
Do this.
When he
Bird,
don't need to.
Bird played his game. He got you in his sweet spots.
Yep.
And he got buckets. And he played defense.
And he was like 16 too.
And he was tough.
Yeah.
He was tough. Power forward.
That's a big one right there. The bigs is where it get difficult.
Man, I got a few choices, but if I had to pick, as far as like a mismatch on each end, in their prime.
And everybody in your start five is in their prime, at the peak of their prime.
I got to go with Tim Duncan.
That's what
Timmy. I was saying in my head, I'm like Tim Duncan. Ain't nobody but Tim. Sweet.
I mean, but the reason I go with Tim is because anybody that you try to put before Tim gonna defend them.
Yeah.
And anybody that you put on Tim is gonna score on them.
Yeah. You can't do nothing with it.
Like I thought about Charles Barkley.
Malone.
I thought about Rasheed Wallace. Malone. KG. Yeah, I thought about KG. But KG wanted a defender that Tim was, and KG wanted the back to the basketball player that Tim was.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Now, was KG more athletic? Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, my five man.
You going dominant or skill?
I went dominant, honestly.
It's going to be all in one.
It's all in one, okay.
Bill Russell. But at the end of the day, Bill Russell too small.
I know where you going.
He was dominant then because Bill Russell competed with
Wilt
Chamberlain. But Wilt Chamberlain was way bigger. But Bill Russell was taking on, So I got to go with.
Still average 20 boards.
Bill had a better team. You know what I mean? Hall of Famers them Celtics had when he was on that team.
And he got 11.
Yeah, he got a better team.
I can't even go with Shaq. I got to go with the Dream.
I knew that's where he was going. I knew it. I said you going with the king.
You going skill or you going dominant?
No, that's both. Hakeem is both.
Because I'm looking. That's why when you said Shaq, you said I can't go with Shaq. That's why I'm looking at dominance.
Hakeem is both.
See, the reason why I ain't going with Shaq, but you talking about Shaq in his prime. Shaq ain't win the goddamn finals.
Yeah,
because Hakeem killed him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm Maida.
Yeah.
And not only that, and that's when Hakeem came out. Listen, Shaq made the Dream. Yeah. The Dream, the Dream had his numbers all throughout his career now.
Yeah.
But Shaq made him. How he abused Shaq.
Yeah, in the finals.
In the finals.
And
Shaq made the Dream.
Shaq was abusing everybody else.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Shaq abused everybody else but him.
What the Dream said. What the Dream said in the interview. I got 101 post moves.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Look, all because he abused Shaq.
He abused him.
And
he was just faster and quicker. Yeah. Hold on.
I seen Grant Hill say that he saw during the Olympics, he was on the same Olympic team, the Dream Team 2 with Hakeem.
That's what I'm saying.
He said Hakeem was working on guard handles. Just like he was.
He wasn't good enough to make the Dream Team.
Ain't that something?
Who?
Olajuwon.
Oh, the first one, yeah.
He wasn't good enough to make the second one either.
He was on the second one. Him and Shaq made the second one. Him and Shaq.
That's what I'm saying. Like they wasn't good enough to make that team.
Yeah, the first one.
So what I'm saying is, like, when you think about, don't nobody get it twisted, because like they're all great players all time, top 50. But all I'm saying is, when you talking about a matchup, I'm looking at both ends.
Yeah, both ends. Yeah, for sure.
The Dream is playing both ends. Shaq played one end.
Yeah.
In his prime. Actually, Shaq never really played both ends of the court. And I'm a diehard Laker.
Yeah.
So Shaq never really played both ends. Shaq had blocked shots and shit like that. But Shaq was an offensive threat.
Yeah, they were offensive.
He didn't play both ends like Hakeem. Hakeem played both ends. He gonna block shots as well as Mutombo, but Mutombo offensive skills wasn't there. He was a defensive presence. Yeah, he was a defensive presence. And the reason why,
just like Pat had like a little turnaround or a little hook, but he didn't really have no offensive player like that.
And the reason why Rasheed is not over Tim Duncan, Rasheed got all the skill, but the work ethic and the discipline wasn't there. Yeah. So he can't be over Tim. Did he have more skill than Tim Duncan?
Of course.
Hell yeah. Rasheed had more skill.
He was a problem.
And then Tim Duncan. Wingspan, all but Tim Duncan just he had it.
Yep.
So you were saying the top 5, that's my top 5.
Yep.
Now what else we gonna
starting 5.
Now y'all talking about he got to give his starting 5, or y'all already know?
Well, yeah, we just want our guests that come on the show. We want them to give an all-time.
You done answered the last question already, so
no, I ain't answered the last.
Jordan and Bron,
you
just said it.
Yeah. No, I need to get my history on that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, go ahead. How many minutes?
All right, listen. I contemplate. I contemplated. Y'all know when they said that. When Steve and they was on First Take, they was just like, they was giving input, like people inboxed them as far as Instagram and this and that. And so I was like, listen, check it out. It's like this. LeBron, you heard it here first. Because Steve and A, nobody never touched on this yet.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. LeBron and Michael Jordan is not a comparison. LeBron and Kobe Bryant is not a comparison. You better off comparing LeBron and Kobe Bryant together. That's listening. I'm finna give y'all facts as I sip this tequila.
Right.
Check it out, right? Stop comparing LeBron to Michael Jordan. Y'all want to compare numbers and stats and etc. Okay, that's all. That's well and fine. And the same thing, they did that with Kobe and Mike.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. But when y'all start comparing numbers, start comparing the years also.
Yeah. That's
compare the years.
Yeah, because Jordan did
that's the major factor. Compare the years.
Yeah.
The shit that Michael Jordan did in 10 years, it took Kobe and LeBron. Well, let me get my facts right. It took LeBron 16 years to do. Shit that it took Mike 10 years to do.
And what is that?
That's a 6-year difference. Scoring title, rebounds, assists, triple doubles.
I was talking about like what accolades you talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about all of them. So now you talking about when everybody say,
I don't know.
Okay, Kobe passed Michael Jordan in scoring. Kobe's on his 18th season, and I'm a diehard Kobe fan. God rest his soul. I'm diehard Kobe to the bone. Mm-hmm. Remember when he came and spoke at ABCD camp? Mm-hmm. I'm a diehard Kobe fan to the bone. But listen, Mike, the shit that they doing, it took what Mike did in 10 years. It took Kobe 18 years to do. And Kobe played 20 years in the league now.
With the same team.
Yeah. With the I give Kobe 18 years because he had an injury, towards Achilles.
That Achilles and shoulder, yeah.
I give Kobe 18 years.
Shit.
But what he did in 18 years, it took Mike to do in 10. Now LeBron, he passed Kobe.
And what?
2 years ago? No, he passed Kobe what?
Oh yeah.
Last year, his first year.
2 years.
His first year. 2 years ago.
Right before Kobe
his first year.
He passed it, yeah.
Okay.
The day after the
so
ain't that some shit?
He passed Mike, passed Kobe. Listen, it took him 16 years to do that shit. 15 years.
Yeah, you're 15.
What Mike did in 10. Can you imagine if Mike had 15 or 20 years in the league?
Well, that was his fault.
He was on the cigars. I don't want to hear it.
And he went to college.
Listen, hear me out. I don't want to hear it. Now listen. I respect LeBron as a basketball player and as a man. Right. Ultimately.
Oh yeah, we ain't
he's
gonna get into that.
Ultimately man, father figure, etc.
Yeah.
Role model. He's the ultimate guy for that. Compare the numbers. All I'm asking y'all is to do compare the years.
Okay.
Don't just compare the numbers.
Right.
You got to compare the years. Now Michael Jordan is somebody that averaged 30 points for his career.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, before when Mike retired, he averaged 33.
The first time or the second time?
He averaged 33 the first time.
Okay,
no, the second time.
Second time, okay.
He averaged 33 and some change for his career.
Yeah.
Then when he came back with the Wizards and played them little 2 bogus years or 2 years,
I don't know why he did that to us.
Played that year and a half, that bogus ass year and a half. That dropped this average down to 30.1 for his career.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. Bro.
Now, we talking about a guy that averaged 30 points for his career. Now, with those years with the Wizards, now that up Mike to what, 13, 14 years in the league?
Yeah, 13 years.
Okay, 13 years in the league.
You
so that's a year and a half.
No, no, we're not gonna do that, bro.
Listen,
he put on the NBA uniform, bro.
I got the flow. Y'all got a chance to.
Okay, go ahead. Because I count.
So all I'm saying is, Mike played a year and a half. He shouldn't have played. Now listen. In that year and a half, Mike turned 40. Am I not lying?
Yeah.
Okay, now.
He
Ho. I asked y'all a question.
He did drop 50 and 40.
All I need was a yes or no.
Yeah.
Now check it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to remind y'all again, podcast. If you're going to compare the numbers, compare the years.
Yeah.
Now, check it out. Mike played them years and Mike played. So, why are people right now in this era praising LeBron?
Yeah, he ain't even done.
Because he's fucking 34 or 35.
36.
35, 36.
Yeah.
And he's doing what he's doing. Do y'all know how old Mike was when he won his last championship? Or his last 3?
Yeah, he was old as mud.
Mike was 34, 35, 36.
Yeah.
So why are they praising LeBron? His longevity is this, his longevity is that. Why are you praising LeBron when Mike Ben did this?
Yeah.
Mike won his last championship at 36.
Yeah. LeBron just won one. He on number 4.
Mike won, and Mike shouldn't have retired then. He retired because they got rid of Phil Jackson.
Yeah. They should. Well, yeah, we all know.
That's what I'm saying. So it's just like,
dance.
Stop talking to me about LeBron's age and what he's accomplishing when y'all look at the age.
Look at the year.
That what LeBron's doing. Look at the age that Mike was when Mike won his last championship at 36. And Mike could have won. Mike could have won 10 championships in a row.
So if Bron,
you don't believe that.
So if Bron win another one,
you don't think that next year going for number 7, you don't think Tim Duncan and David Robinson would have beat him?
Fuck no. Ooh. Tim Duncan and David Robinson would have beat Mike Scott. That was a lockout year.
I'm just asking if they would have met up.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just asking.
You serious?
Because every time they played a big man in the finals, bro, they couldn't do nothing with him. And look at this. Y'all hear her. That's the Cardi D, the mascot.
Man, y'all
you got
crazy,
something to say?
Y'all bugging.
I don't know about that one. I don't think Tim
bro,
would be able to beat Mike.
So do you believe that Jordan played better competition in the finals?
Definitely.
Then right now?
Then right now?
Yeah.
Can you name a starting 5 that's gonna beat the starting 5 that LeBron played in the finals?
Hold on. How many
starting Brown that LeBron
that
played
Jordan played in the finals?
Hell yeah.
Versus LeBron.
How many Hall of Fame?
Hell yeah, I can name one.
How many Hall of Fame?
Hold on.
I want to hear it. That's what I'm asking you.
Let me
because you older than me. That's what I want to know.
Let me school these young bucks. Check it out, right?
I want to know.
What year that was, Rod? 92.
Now he won his first one. It was 91.
That might have been no. I know when he won his first. He beat the Lakers. Yeah. I'm talking about 92 and 93. Hold on, I'm finna name the starting 5. Hold on. That was 92. That was 93 when they beat Phoenix.
Yeah. So 92 was Portland.
Mm-hmm. No, 92 was Portland.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm thinking about
Clyde.
No, I'm thinking about 96
with Seattle.
Yes.
Sean
Kemp, Hershey Hawkins. GP,
Deadlift
Sam
Shrimp.
Perkins, Deadlift Shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Y'all serious?
That 5?
How many Hall of Famers on that team?
That's it. 2.
How many Hall of Famers on that team?
Hall of Famers on that team?
2. Shit, it should be 3.
But how many?
2. GP, Sean Kemp.
Hold on. That's as of right now.
Right now.
As of right now.
Right now, they got 2, right? Okay,
do y'all know the history of Sam Perkins?
Yeah.
Well,
do y'all know the history of Deadlift Shrimp?
Well, he
from Carolina.
Yeah, UNC. Do y'all know the history of that Portland team that Mike beat?
Yeah.
Huh?
That Portland team is the best team in the West.
Do y'all know that Phoenix team? Yeah. Every team that Mike beat was the best out of the West.
Barkley went there to beat the Chicago Bulls because Phoenix had the best team in the West.
But
That's
do y'all remember
there.
that Portland team that Mike beat?
Yeah.
Huh? With all
Clyde,
the famous on it?
With Clyde and what's old boy name?
Besides
Clifford Robinson and
besides Clyde,
Buck Williams,
Terry Porter,
yeah.
Oh man, listen, them boys is not Hall of Famers or not top 50 players because of the era that they played in.
So let me ask you this:
they're not Hall of Fame top because of the era that they played in.
The teams Bron played.
Listen, those boys, you talking about them boys have better records than Mike.
True.
I ain't even gonna talk about Mike never won 7 games in the finals. All I'm asking people is podcast. All I'm asking y'all is if you gonna compare the numbers, compare the years. Okay. That's all I'm asking.
All right.
Compare the years with the numbers.
I got you.
That's all.
I got you. Cause we gonna have a whole different separate episode. We actually get in detail.
But y'all, But y'all talking about, no, I ain't talking about that.
Oh.
Y'all talking about because LeBron beat Golden State. Well, damn. What about when the Mavericks beat LeBron now?
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about before then. Like, look.
Yeah. We was talking about Mike and Magic.
When you compare Jordan's run in the 90s and the teams he played, you might have had 1 or 2 Hall of Famers on them teams.
Look, Mike, listen. Mike's first championship, he beat a super team.
Who, the Lakers?
Hold on. Thank you for saying that word. Because it's a lot of people out here that feel like LeBron
beat a super team. Mike beat a fucking super team. With him and Scottie Pippen.
Because you just
Bill Cartwright couldn't make a free.
He beat a super team his first 3 years. You want to be honest?
I mean,
Portland was a super team, and Phoenix became a super team.
They all were. So the culture is different now these days because you got the salary cap. You looking at a super team now because you're $100 million nigga, all-star.
Yeah.
All those guys was all-stars.
That
Mike only had one other all-star. That was Scottie Pippen.
And he
all
did,
them
and
other
he did.
teams had 3 and 4 All-Stars.
Yeah, and he wasn't winning
That's
chips.
what I'm saying.
Scott.
Yeah. No, when Scottie became an All-Star, he started winning chips.
Okay.
What you talking about the Lakers? You talking about Kareem, Magic, James Worthy, Michael Cooper.
That's a super
Byron
team.
Scott.
Yeah.
Man, them motherfuckers was
Magic.
I was a Laker fan then.
Magic and Kareem was a long team.
Them two alone with bro. Cause we had an age. We had
And
a
not
day and
on
age
that,
now.
then you still had motherfucking Sam Perkins. I was in the Lakers. All
those
that shit,
with
that
Lakers.
man.
Bob McAdoo.
Yep, Bob McAdoo was one of them.
Byron Scott.
Because now all these dudes feel like LeBron started the super team era, and I've been like, bro, super teams been here before Bron even got to the league, bro. Long time before he got to the league. He didn't start nothing. He didn't start that super team shit, because that why, just like you said, the Laker team is the first team I go to, bro.
Yeah, but the knock LeBron get is that, and I thought about this when I found out little bro wanted me to come on the podcast. Is this right here? It's like, excuse me, but it's like this. Like, you can't knock LeBron for doing what he did. It's because LeBron done changed the narrative.
Yeah, for sure.
He changed the game.
For sure.
He did that because when they try to say it's a super team, it's not really a super team.
Right.
It's just that he has the power
to do,
and he's taking advantage of the power.
Yeah.
He's orchestrating what he wants.
Yeah.
Versus, excuse me, people back in the day, like Mike, they didn't have that.
Yeah, they didn't have that damn.
They didn't have that power.
Yeah.
That's why, I appreciate what LeBron is doing. Like Kobe, it actually started with Kobe because people don't realize, and LeBron was a protege of Kobe, and he'll tell you that. But people, LeBron fans, quote unquote LeBron fans, don't want to admit it. He's a protege of Kobe, which is my diehard fan, Laker man.
Yeah.
Kobe started it because Kobe was ready to get out of L.A.
Yeah.
Y'all need to get me some help.
He told him straight up.
And listen to that.
Y'all don't bring me no help.
Straight up.
LeBron took advantage of it.
Yeah. For real.
LeBron took advantage of that. And LeBron is the ultimate businessman, the ultimate competitor, the ultimate man, father, / brother, / son.
All that.
I salute to LeBron. Yeah. He is the man.
Yeah. All that.
Now, Mike didn't have that luxury.
Yeah, no, he did not.
Nah.
He did not.
Mike had to deal with Jerry Krause.
What? Did he?
That's the owner. That's
Jerry didn't even want him on the team, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't even want him on the team, bro.
So can you imagine? Mike never said, bring me this player, give me that player.
Whatever you bring here, I'm going to work with it.
If y'all
except for
compare,
Dennis, they had to go get Dennis.
Oh, except for Dennis.
Dennis Rodman. That wasn't Mike's idea.
That was.
That wasn't Mike's idea.
Mike said they need to fill the gap for Horn.
That was the last dance.
Y'all better go watch the last dance.
That's what he said. Mike said that. Mike said that they had to go find somebody to fill that role for Horn because they was missing rebounds.
Mike ain't like Dennis.
He had no choice.
He had to deal with it.
No choice. That's why Phil said
they brought Dennis in. Mike ain't had nothing to do with that. Mike ain't say go get Dennis.
No, you're right. Mike
ain't say go get Dennis.
Phil when it got Dennis. Phil when it got Dennis because they needed a rebound.
Yeah, for real.
Because he set all three of them down.
Oh, because we brought up Dennis Rodman. We talked about this, me and him on the previous episode. Because when he asked me,
back there,
I know, right? They'll be all right.
Man, take a shot at some kilo, man. Warm your body up. Y'all see the score up there.
Yeah, you down 6, you be all right. But because he had asked me, and I automatically said hell no, because he just bypassed everybody. And I want your honest opinion, because I know you're gonna give it to him. Draymond Green, did you hear what he said about him being the best defender ever?
Draymond Green said that?
Yeah, so he's the greatest. He's the greatest defensive player that ever played this game of basketball.
He's number 1. That's what he said.
No, I ain't heard him say that.
No, he said that out of his lips.
Yeah, he just recently
like
said
his
that.
lips said that.
Well, I can wait. Y'all want me to comment on that?
Yeah, I want you. How do you feel about that? Him saying that? Because out of all the great defenders, Michael Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year 9 times, and he only got it once, and he finished second place twice.
Mike ain't winning Defensive Player of the Year 9 times.
What
He was
wanted?
on all defensive
Well,
team.
all defensive team, yeah.
I mean, for Draymond to say that, I can relate where he coming from.
Yeah, for sure.
I can relate with that, but I don't classify him as the greatest defender of all time. What I classify Draymond as the greatest versatile defender of all time.
I'll give you that.
I don't give him the greatest defender of all time.
There's a lot
I
of
give him the greatest versatile defender of all time because he can guard 1 through 5.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's going to give havoc on 1 through 5. But he's not the great. And honestly, I feel like that's why he said what he said.
Yeah.
But he just didn't word it right.
Yeah,
he's the greatest versatile defender of all time.
You know,
He's
Draymond
not the
the real
best
one,
defender
so
of all
people gonna take
time.
what he say in content. You know what I mean?
Blow it all up.
He's the greatest versatile defender of all time. He's not the greatest defender of all time.
I got you. All right, man. Hey, dude, we appreciate you for coming through.
Yes, sir.
Being on the show, bro.
Yes, sir.
That is, you already know you're a South Carolina legend, man. This show is about South Carolina, bro. You feel me? We want to get as many South Carolina legends as we can on the show. And we want to take time out to thank the fans, because if you made it this far, 2 hours and 7 minutes.
You know what it is.
If you made it this far, boy, hey, listen.
Hey, you said you had a lot to say.
Yeah, it shows.
You said it.
I ain't
have to do a whole.
We can do a part 2.
We can bring you back for part 2.
We definitely bring you back for part 2.
Y'all gave me a whole lot of editing to do. I like it. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Thank you for coming through, bro. It's been an honor to have you on the show, man.
Yes, indeed, man.
Pick
big
your
honor.
brain.
Big honor. Big honor.
Drop some exclusive bombs on the show. We need that. We always love that, man. You know what I'm saying? And for the fans that's listening, thank you for tuning in. We love you, because if you made it this far, you really like us. You know what I'm saying?
You got to. You have no choice.
You really do, because we going to act a fool on the show, and we going to keep it real at all times. You feel me? So do y'all got anything y'all want to say before we close? Anybody you want to give a special shout out where they can find you? Anything you got coming up?
Man, I got Greg right in the
Right.
background throwing his hands up.
Right.
He throwing his hands up because he mad.
He mad he missing the game, like he can't watch it on
we
side.
We trying to watch South Carolina. We trying to watch Don South Carolina.
Watch the whole first half on side.
Listen, the screen the game is on.
It's on.
just no volume.
He just can't hear nothing.
If you a real basketball guy,
You can watch the game in silence.
You can watch the game in silence.
Watch the game in
Man,
silence,
what
man.
you want to do? Talk to the TV? Hey,
They can't hear you.
and he also mad too, because he like, nah,
Right.
cut the podcast. He's like, nah, we ain't cutting the podcast.
Right.
Nigga, you can still talk to the TV. Don't nobody care about you in the background. But listen, on a serious note, is this right here though. Like, I want to appreciate y'all for even thinking of me, having me as a candidate to be a part of y'all podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all say it's an honor for me to be on here. It's an honor for y'all to think of me in that way.
Gotcha.
Because I'm not an NBA star. I'm not an NBA legend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a Greenview Park legend.
Yep.
Guy out of the city of Columbia.
Yep.
Played basketball. Came up in the ranks.
Yep.
Played a year overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Played a total of 5 years of semi-pro basketball.
Right.
So then I decided to call it quits because the pay wasn't right.
Right.
And I had opportunities to go overseas after that, to go to Saudi Arabia, to go back to Germany.
Mm-hmm.
I turned it down because I felt like I had a bigger purpose in life than playing basketball for money.
Yeah.
So I turned all that down.
Yeah.
But besides that, though, overall with my life, I'm happy and I'm satisfied and I'm happy that I'm here to be able to do a podcast in the coach's house, the coach house, Coach or Rob, in his house, in his living room, and all the other coaches that came through, because all of them grew up together, and just like they coached us, and we grew up together. Yeah. So it's an honor just to be able to be here.
Man, I mean, he know how I feel. Yeah. You know, ain't no point of speaking on it. You know, too much dragging it out any longer. He know what's up. Like, You know, appreciate this. Like we say, it's an honor, man. You know, it's an honor to have you on. You know, and we, like you say, we still going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we still got more to go. So,
yeah.
like I say, hopefully we gonna get you on for part 2.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
got more to say.
Yeah.
So we gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, we ain't even touch on that college shit
Right,
or the semi-pro experiences. We ain't touch on none of that yet.
That's something we might can share together.
We
can share them together.
All right, man.
Yeah.
From your boy Tay, from Cootney. Y'all call him Cootney. Don't call him by his government. Call him Cootney.
Yeah, you call him Alexander Harvey, he gonna look at you funny.
Right?
Don't call me Alex. Call me Alex. Hey, listen, let me share this with y'all. When they used to call my house, when I was in middle school, couldn't get no phone calls in elementary school. When I got to middle school, man, I might have got a phone call here or there, but high school, my granddad had them passed away when I was in the 8th grade, so yeah, I could get phone calls then. He was strict as hell.
Yes.
Well, listen, when you call the house, they used to be like, "Might I speak to Alex or Alexander?" They always said you had the wrong number.
Right. There it is, right there. There it is, right there. Bro.
You had to ask for Cootney. You had to ask for Cootney.
You
got the wrong number. Listen, you know how many phone calls I done missed? They be like, "Oh boy, somebody just called for you."
Yeah.
I said, "What you mean somebody just called me?" They say, "Well, I forgot." They said, "Boy, can I speak to Alexander?" Like, how you think that's my name?
All right, man. Thank you for listening. From me, Cootney, MJ, thank you for listening to the Evolution Podcast, and we out.
Peace.